Alrighty, welcome back to Ninten's second quest. This is part 11, and we are picking up exactly where we left off. We just got warped from Mount Itoi to Queen Mary's castle for learning the 8th melody. Or for learning the 7th melody, and Mary's going to teach us the 8th one. So something I probably should have clarified is that is how it works in the Famicom version. The English version changes where the 8th melody's location is, and you actually have to go all the way to the top of Itoi to go to Ninten's great-grandfather's gravestone to learn the 8th melody. That's how it works in the GBA and the English version, but not in this version. So, as I was saying at the end of the last part, I started this playthrough by warping to this screen right here. Like, using the breadcrumb glitch, I entered where that scene was. And you can actually see that scene multiple times on the same save if you use glitches. And, yeah, the game, Tracy used to make this joke saying you can sing to Mary twice, or you can have Mary disappear twice. It's really funny. But, from here, I'm gonna just be fighting the final boss. That's pretty much all this part is gonna be, is the Geig fight. And I know in the rule set, I tried to keep Anna alive as long as possible, and I attempted to keep her alive during this fight, but in retrospect, I should have leveled her up a lot more if I wanted her to stay alive, because I believe she dies on like the second turn of this final boss fight. But it's okay, because everyone gets revived after the fight's over, so it's fine. But if you wanted to see a true ending of Anna not dying, that'll be coming in the next couple parts, because believe it or not, even though we're going to fight the final boss in this episode, this will not be the end of the playthrough. This is probably around half, like a little bit over halfway through the playthrough, and we have a lot of fun stuff coming up. I'm super excited for the second half of the playthrough, because so far we've been doing all this glitchless, and I've been talking about some glitches, but I haven't shown off any glitches so far. So once we get to the post-game, I'll be doing a ton of fun glitches, and I'm super excited for that. But for now, we're just gonna go fight Geig. I did a little bit of inventory cleanup, but essentially my inventory is just medicine. The only thing that really matters is that you have medicine in your inventory. Something that's interesting is that I was gonna say the song is a little bit different in the Famicom version compared to the English version, but actually I don't really think it is. I think this is just how it goes. But this is the final boss, Geig. It looks like Mewtwo, and I gave Ninten a PSI shield, and now I tried to PSI shield with Anna, but Geig outsped everyone, which means Ninten took a bit of damage, Anna took a ton of damage, and Lloyd is not living those. Anna did use her shield, but if I knew I was going to get outsped, I would have healed Anna with Ninten and then used the shield with Anna, because her shield beta shields everyone. And I tried to heal Anna, but she was just too slow. Geig was too fast and outsped everyone. If she had like 10 or 15 more max HP, she would have lived. And if she got that medicine off, she probably would have been able to survive the entire fight. But unfortunately, that was not the case, and we're gonna have to kill Geig with only Ninten. Hopefully you've seen this fight before, like in English, and this isn't spoiling anything too crazy, but Geig actually has infinite health. There's no amount of damage you can do to kill Geig. The only way you can kill him is by not killing him, and by singing to him the lullaby that Maria sung to him when he was a baby. And once you sing that song 11 times, Geig will go crazy and fly away, and then come back in Mother 2. So something about Geig's damage is that he can do I don't know what the damage ranges are without PSI shield, but if you have a PSI shield up, he can do anywhere from 28 damage to 46. And just then I had 46 health. So I could have not healed that turn, but I would have been risking it a lot. It would have been like the very, very safest risk I could have taken. It was possible for me to die, but I just healed because I have a ton of medicine and I have a ton of max HP. So there, this was the first chance that I got to sing. The very bottom right option opened up, which is sing. And so now, since I have above 46 HP, I can safely sing without any threat of dying, because even if he does 46 damage, I'll be put at 3 HP, and I've used 2 quick ups. That was the other main spell I used at the start of this fight, was quick up. I used it twice so that I can ensure I'll always outspeed Geeg, and I'll always be able to medicine before he attacks me, so it's pretty safe. So I think this is my 3rd sing. In the speedrun, you have to keep track of how many sings you've sung, because the run ends directly when Ninten sings the 11th time. But this wasn't a speedrun, so I don't think I'm going to actually keep track. And it can get hard to keep track at the end when they last really long sing lengths. And especially if you're running and you have nerves, it can be spooky. When I first learned this game, other runners have different methods of keeping track, but I used to just make tallies on my notes. I would make like 2 sets of 5, and once I had 10 tally marks, then I knew the next sing would be the end of the run. Another thing I do if I don't have a pen and paper on hand is I just stare at whatever number sing count I'm at. I just stare at that number on the screen. So I don't know what number I'm at. This is probably like 4 or 5. But if this was 5, I would just be staring at the 5 in Ninten's level 25. But yeah, this fight's really... all that really matters is the start of the fight. I got outsped for the first 2 turns, which is usually really bad. But it's not unwinnable, obviously. Especially when Ninten's at level 25, that makes it really easy. For the glitch speedruns, we do this fight at a lot lower of a level. So after this medicine, I only have 3 left, but I think that's okay. Usually you can get 2 sings off, and then medicine. So realistically, you only need about 4 or 5, and you usually need 1 or 2 for the start of the fight. So having 8 is really safe. The Famicom speedruns, they do this fight with like max 110 or max 115 HP. It's really insane. But for the GBA version, PK Gamma, the Japanese speedrunner of this game, and I have a route that manipulates Ninten's HP growths so that at just level 13, Ninten has like 120 something HP, and with speed capsules, it makes it easier to outspeed Geig. So like I said before, I have no idea what number sing I'm on, but I know that I have enough health to finish off Geig. I keep calling him Geig. I don't know why. It's like I want to call him Geeg and I want to call him Geigus. Then I just combine the 2 and call him Geig. Just call him Guy. Yeah, I always thought his sprite looked really cool, especially compared to Earthbound. I thought Gygus looked really weird in Earthbound. I mean, obviously he's supposed to look weird. He's like a super trippy looking background, but like I never like, I don't know. It's easier to understand, even though you can't understand the power of his attacks. It's easier to understand what you're fighting in this game when he looks like this compared to in Earthbound when he just looks like a jumbled looping mess. Alright, that was the last thing. I was being silent because I wanted to see what number I was at, but that was number 11. So, Geek is dead. Ninten's second quest main story has finished, but we've got many plans for the post game. I'm super excited for the post game. Goodbye, mothership. That thing is huge. And so now we've got the Famicom credits. As you may or may not know, the Famicom credits are much different than the English and GBA credit sequence. When this game was translated, they added like a whole entire epilogue scene and showed off what all the party members did after we beat Geig. But the Famicom version doesn't have that. It just has the credit scroll with the main characters turning around. Shout outs to Shigesato Itoi. Shigesato is the man, the myth, the legend who created all 3 games. Music produce. Yeah, the figure modeling by Totori, really phenomenal job. Totori made like figures of not just the main characters, but like most of the enemies too. Like he put in so much work with the character design for this game, and the clay models look amazing. Only 3 programmers, that's insane. I mean, I believe it. At the time, they didn't have a lot of people working on stuff, or a lot of people programming, but it's just like, it just blows my mind. Imagine 3 people programming your entire video game. Coordinate. The credits song is also phenomenal. Produced by Shigeru Miyamoto. I'm happy Shigeru produced this one. Also produced Mario and Zelda, Metroid, and Pikmin. Player. So this is what I was wondering. Did I save the Bee and Friends? I don't think I did. I think it's just empty. I like to think Nintendo is the player. Ape Inc. Alright, so if you clicked away from this part because I was just watching the credits, then I guess you wouldn't be hearing this part, but there's going to be a little bit more at the end of this episode after the credits. I think I'm going to reload the save that I made before the Ninten and Anna dance scene, when I had a dead Ninten and I still had Teddy in my party. Yep, right here. I'm not too sure what else we're gonna be doing, if anything, this part. But there will be more. More to come, more to come. In episode 12, we will start the glitching, I believe. The glitchening. Not sure why I'm doing this dance again. Oh, because I gave him the onyx hook. Yeah, so this is like an example of how you would have a solo Ninten party. As I teleport directly into a tree. But yeah, so if you don't actually talk to Anna before dancing with her, like when you enter the room, you can just leave. You could use bread and leave, but since I wasn't using bread this playthrough, I just used the onyx hook. And yeah, now I have returned home. Oh, I know what I'm doing. I'm going home to sleep, like in the credits in the GBA and NES versions. That's definitely my sister's room. The very end of the credits, Ninten goes, "Oh, now that I'm done saving the world, it's time to go to bed." And then he goes Z Z Z Z Z, and he falls asleep. So that's the idea I was going for here. After I beat the game, leave my friends and go home and fall asleep. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, everyone. I believe this will be the end of the part. We got a couple minutes left in this recording, so let's see what I'm gonna do. Could just be literally nothing. Teleport back to LA. I don't know why I'm going to LA. But I believe at the start of the next part, I'm not gonna be saving from here. I think I'm gonna be reloading from where I did. Reloading from the healer's house with Teddy in my party still. Because we gave Teddy a ton of levels and we don't want to get rid of him that fast. There's still more stuff to do with Teddy. But yeah, I think that's it for me. My inventory is filled with garbage. I see a big bag, 2 medicines, PSI stone, onyx hook. I used the breadcrumbs, but since I just teleported to LA, it set my breadcrumb spot to be LA. Every time you teleport, it overwrites your breadcrumb. Like, if you actually teleport away, it overwrites your breadcrumbs with wherever you just teleported. But yeah, I think that'll be it for this part. In the next episode, we will definitely do some glitching. And I think we'll be starting from right here. And still trolling. I think I wanted to test the bread there, just to see if I didn't out-troll myself, but I definitely used teleport like 5 times. So I'm just trolling at this point. All of this is outro. I hope you have a good day. Whatever you're doing today, have a good one. And I hope to see you soon. Actually, we'll keep it going a tiny bit longer. Where am I going now? I guess that just showed right there that the onyx hook Also overwrites your bread location too. But yeah, enough faking out the outro. This is for real. Have a good one.